Hi, this is a little after the fact, but this process worked well, so I thought I would share it. I wanted to resurface a cabinet in the basement and wanted to do it with oak and decided to use the iron-on oak veneer. Of course, you need the veneer, and I was able to find this veneer locally. It's called Bandit. It comes in either a 1 foot by 4 foot sheet or a 2 foot by 4 foot sheet. For this project, I was able to get by with two 2 foot by 4 foot sheets, and I'll be able to return this. And then you need some kind of roller to roll out the surface once you've got it heated and glued. And this is J roller that I happened to get at HD because they had that available locally. And a utility knife. You need to have a sharp blade to do this, so you may have to change your blade more than once, but be sure you maintain a sharp blade. Along with the veneer, they did sell a trim tool. It's not absolutely necessary, but it does help you maintain a perpendicular trim on the sides of your surface. So that's kind of a nice thing to use. The other thing is, of course, you need an iron. And in this case, I covered the iron with aluminum with a nonstick surface facing out, and then taped it to the iron so that it wouldn't come off or wrinkle up. For this iron-on veneer, you're supposed to be set at cotton, and in this case it's 5. The other thing, very handy, is a straight edge, of course, something that really has a good edge on it and that's pretty long. Helps you set up your material. To do the setup, first of all, the veneer comes in a roll that's about 8 inches in diameter. So that's a pretty tight roll for a 4 foot long piece. So you need to take it out of the box, lay it down, weight it down, let it set for maybe 2 or 3 days actually, because that will acclimate it to your environment. Also, it makes the job of laying it out much easier. So once you've laid out all your pieces on the veneer, then you can cut it easily with a pair of scissors. So this is a sheet of the veneer, or a portion of a sheet. The wood is really nice, very nicely grained. There are different kinds of woods that you can buy. And then this is the back with the glue on it. So it's a very smooth surface, but there's a lot of glue on this to adhere to your piece. So when you lay this out, just something to think about is be sure that your grain is parallel to the sides. On one of the shorter pieces, I didn't really pay close enough attention, and it skewed just a little bit. So it's worth it to take a couple of seconds and just be sure that your grain is parallel to the sides. And then in this longer piece, I started from the center, and then you just slowly, first of all, just let it set for a few seconds. And when you start moving away, you can tell that it's hot enough that the glue has stuck, because this will stay adhered to your surface. And that's the way it works all the way around. When you move up here to the center, when you move away and over to the side, when this is hot enough and it sticks, it will stay stuck to the surface. And that's the way it works all the way around. So I did this on half the sheet, slowly moving like this, and did the whole sheet. And then take your J roller or a roller of some kind, and you can also press it with wood, but a roller works more easily. Really put some force on this so that you're sure you get an even adherence of the glue to your surface that you're gluing on. Also, it pushes out any air bubbles. Then once you have your initial contact made through the whole piece, take the iron and just go right along the edges and at a little bit of an angle, and go slowly, and be sure that you get those edges tacked down. They say to leave a 1/2 inch overhang. So if you take your knife, and I flip this over, and cut about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge, and then you can use your trimmer to really put a nice straight edge on these. When you're doing the cross cut section, going across the grain, definitely don't go too close, because you can chip the edges. So you want to go about 1/8 of an inch and then use the trimmer to trim it off. Basically, that's the way it worked successfully for me, and then I will show the frame in the next video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please click the link below. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. Thanks.